And personally, I feel that essentially in these talks and all, I get very scientific and Western thinking and analyzing your problems and all that. In my heart is, I just want to talk about this. Like, only subject which is not talked about is Ram, the Krishna, the present. Rest, whatever is talked about is about our problem and how to fix it and how to get there. And whereas it is not about getting there, it is about being here with it. Today is about Japa, the Ram. I was just reading a story yesterday that one guy went to his, some guru was living in his village and he started to serve him. After 3-4 months, guru said to him that, you are very devoted, so I will give you a mantra and it's very valuable. Don't tell it to anybody. Keep it into your heart and start to chant. And so then he told him in his ear the mantra. He said Ram. So this guy really took it into heart and went and started to chant. After a month, he was by Gangaji taking shower. Then he was seeing there hundreds of people dipping into Ganga and going Ram, 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 Ram. So then he had a question, a doubt in him that my guru said keep it secret, but it's very valuable. And these guys, everybody is chanting, and So he went to his guru and he asked him that what I should do with this. So his guru gave him a little piece of glass, huge piece of glass, transparent. I said, go and take it to the market and try to sell it. Ask people the price. What is the price of it? So he took it and he went. First, he came across a vegetable woman. He asked her that this is I want to sell it. How much you will pay for it? So she looked at it. She thought that maybe it's a beautiful piece. So maybe her children would like to play with it. So she said, I can give you 1 kilo potatoes and onions, and that will be the exchange price. So he went to the next shop, to a kind of a businessman kind of person. So he kind of quoted it. He said, I can give you 100 rupees for it because it's kind of looks like an interesting piece. And so he moved on and he went to one jeweler, person who works with gold. So he looked at it. So he found, wow, this is kind of interesting. It's a kind of diamond. I never seen it like this. So I do not know its value, but I can give you 100,000 rupees for this, And I have to still evaluate, but it looks something very valuable. So he was getting now confused that first woman was offering him vegetables, now other one was 100, and now this one is saying 100,000. So he went to the one of the topmost diamond jeweler and all that. So he showed him, and he said that even if we gather whole India's wealth, it won't be able to pay for this stone. So this is the most valuable. So I do not even know how much to quote for you. And then then he went back to his guru. He said, I am more confused. He said, you just got your answer. So same is with this Ram mantra. Depending on your quality, that it can be just a word Ram, but it's not just a word Ram, which you like in today's time in India. Which thing I kind of bothers me a lot is everybody is at any moment saying Har Har Mahadev, Ram 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 Ram. It's more like a what do you say, social way of acknowledging, but they do not know the value of the sound of the present. That's what Ram is. This is we all think you are in present. You are in present. You never were in present, and you never are in present because you're always living into your thoughts. And to break that cycle, so there are two ways. One is yogic process. You go through the meditations and processes, and then you say, one day I will get to that divine or get to that self-realization. Whereas you are in the self, and its process is all about breaking that pattern slowly and slowly, so that at a last moment you gather your courage and make a jump. Make a jump, You see, when we say that you have to make a jump, final jump into the divine, it's not a jump. This jump is more like settling here, that, ah, I am with you. Take me wherever you want to take me. But what we are doing is, no, I want to go there and there. Will it be okay? Will it support me and all that? But on the reality, you're always here and you don't create any situations. Situations are coming to you, then your mind says, oh, this has happened, what I can do with it? You can never do anything. Now, how this happens is very interesting, that I have to create some background for you to understand. You see, I was talking about this fifth element, which is called Kartikeya, the throat chakra, the intention center, the ether. It's very much worshipped in the south, but in India, not many, not much of the, not in south, no, North India, they don't mention it much because it's kind of a different mindset for that. So anyway, Kartikeya represents the intention of. Intention means awareness and energy. Behind attention is the awareness, which is Shiva. And in front of intention is the Shakti. Understand what I'm saying? So, if you have to move your leg, your body, your first element, it's your throat center, your intention which moves. If you have to move your energy, your intention which moves. If you have to think, it's your intention to think that you think. It is your intention to communicate that you communicate. And intention in itself is what is state of self, that I am. My point of saying that is that now if you have to understand your cosmic intention, look at your breath. Your breath is going on by itself. Who is moving it? You are? No, you can only control, slow down or fasten, but you cannot make the breath come and go, right? So that means it is cosmic intention. It means this is the, what you say, Hanuman. Hanuman is, they say, the messenger of Ram. This movement is making you aware that something exists which is beyond you, which is moving you. And that much clue is enough to go for surrender. This cosmic intention in you is beating your heart, moving your breath. And that cosmic intention becomes your intention of thinking and moving. Essentially, you are not doing, it is being done through you. This realization is the realization of, what you say, of being a non-doer. It is not something you do, it's something you realize that you are never doing it. Things are just happening, they're moving by itself. So that movement, that flow in you is what we call it the eternal flow. And chanting is catching that train of eternal flow. It's not something you do, it is something which is doing you. Your breath. Kabir says something very beautiful. He said, before I used to chant Ram, 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 now Ram chants me. And that is truth. Right now, cosmos is chanting you into form. You are being formed by the cosmos. It's the chant of the cosmos. So what you're doing by chanting is not doing, falling in tune with this chant. Then you start to see this flow, this eternal flow is constantly on. And once you come in touch with this flow, you realize there is no death. The death you know is an idea. Tell me who of you has experienced death other than ideas and thought? Do you ever see that when you fall asleep, that when you have fallen asleep, you just lie down and next thing you know, you're waking up in the morning. So it's something like that with the death also. But what is the fear of death? It's the fear of the mind, of the ending of your thinking. Whereas person who dies, they never experience death. All the people who are alive, they experience death. And that's why this death is an illusion. You're not afraid of death because something you do not know how you can be afraid of. You can be afraid of something you have experienced. So I'm not logically trying to, but trying to make you see the point that all you ever experience is this present moment. And that's what Ram means. Ra is the manifestation. What you are seeing right now is Ra. And the one who is aware, the one in you who is aware that there is sound of Satya Ji, there is a computer in front of me, there is a room around me, that awareness is the Ma, the Shiva. Ra is the Narayana and Ma is the Shiva. So now you tell me, how far are you from the Ram right now? Are you at all? Every given moment you are into Ram. But why would not agree? Because your whole game ends. Now there is nothing to seek. You are with it. Now you realize this is the boss. And then you realize your stupid ideas. I will do this tomorrow. I will do that tomorrow. Yesterday, why that happened? Seriously. People are suffering not from life. People are suffering from their thoughts. Understand this about any experience, any sickness. You are suffering from your thoughts. You are suffering from the fears created by thought. Otherwise, in reality, what you are facing is this present moment. And if you suddenly stop and freeze and look, you will see it's just silence. And there's a gap. This was the method used by Zen masters. They stopped doing philosophy or Buddhism. They will slap you and give you a shock. And they will say, this is the truth. It's so instantaneous that mind misses it. That's why Hanuman is called Vajra, thunderbolt. This cosmos is a thunderbolt happening, but it is so constant, we look like there's a time going on. Otherwise, you are experiencing just this moment, in this moment, this sound, this presence, this thought, this memory. It's always just this. And once you bring all your attention to this, then you become aware of Ram. There is an experience of a mantra and there is an experiencer of a mantra. So the mantra is, when I say Ram, that is the Shakti. And when I'm saying Ram, in that moment, I am aware of the Ram, that is the Shiva in me. That is your Shiva and Shakti. Your mother, father together in deep embrace. So here I am making you aware of the alchemy of the mantra. In India, the word for alchemy is rasayan, something to do with the rasa. And it's not as boring as the meditations, because once you really plug into the now, then the next thing starts is that Narad says in his Bhakti Sutras that how you know that you are a devotee, that whenever you feel disconnected with Ram, your spirit, your being is restless and in pain because it's not feeling the plug connection. That's how you know you are now becoming a devotee. Because nothing else interests you other than to be with this lightning present. And what is this lightning present? When you have sex, when you have drugs, when you have danger sports, whenever you feel joy, you experience this present moment in its purity. So it's not the woman, it's not the drug, it's not the man which is giving you joy. Through the other, you experience your present being. As I said in a previous post, you experience your electric being. That's what we call Kali. Kali means the electricity of the cosmos, and we are the apps going on. So, in reality, the truth is the electricity. And what is Ram? Ra is the positive, Ma is the negative. And when your tongue strikes the tip of the top of your rooftop of the mouth, that is related with the third eye, Shiva. Tongue is connected with the Kundalini, the Shakti. So when you say Ra, a spark is created, which creates a prana and it expands Ra. This is a creation of the cosmos in the micro. When you sing Ram and cosmos disappears into nothingness, and again you come with the Ra. Hmm. So this is the micro creation and destruction. Same is with your breath. When you breathe in, you take birth. When you breathe out, you die. What happens when a baby is born? It breathes in. What happens when a man dies? Breathes out. So if you want to take away the fear of your death, every moment remember with each in breath you taken birth, in each out breath you are dead. And this in breath, so life is not a distance between birth and death. Life is a constant rhythm of creation and destruction, creation and destruction. One of the name of Vishnu is like Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Javalantam Sarvato Mukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamayham. That Vishnu is the death of the death. Present moment is death of a death. Do you know when a child takes birth, death also takes birth? We never think about it. As soon as you are born, death is also born. So it means death is as unreal as the birth. Life is real. And that's why Vishnu is called Mrityum. Vishnu is the death of the death. So trust means to realize that I am always facing with this present. So why not devote my total consciousness, body, mind, and energy just to this present? Believe me, you will not become useless. You will become super efficient. Somebody asked Osho that if I surrender everything to divine, then how I will do my life? He said, you don't realize once you surrender to the divine, to the present, a mahakaram, the great action will come out of you. You will be surprised how I am managing all this. Thing is, it's not you ever were managing. What we do as an ego, we are constantly hindering what life is trying to do through us. We're constantly interfering with that. We never let it function through us. So when you stop interfering, the light, the joy which is trapped into you, it is released. And you start to flow with the pace of life. When Shiva spoke, when Yudhishthira was told by Bhisham the 1,000 names of Vishnu, then Parvati asked Shiva that, that Prabhu, there are 1,000 names and everybody cannot know all these names. That how can an ordinary person can chant it and feel this resonance with the present, this Vishnu? So Shiva's answer was Shri Ram Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahastra Naam Tatulyam Ram Naam Varanane. That Ram word is as good as chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu. Why is that? It's like if you want to touch the whole building, you have to touch the one brick. So Ram is the micro and the macrocosmos. When you say Ram, this is the prana, this is the Hanuman. And out of this one spark of prana, the whole cosmos is formed. Do you know that in this moment, it's not just you going on. Whole cosmos is going on. 7 billion humans are going on and insects and birds are going on just in this one moment. That is the movement of Ram, the Hanuman, the Ek Omkar. The Omkar, our mind bastardize and make everything low. Otherwise, if you really think about it, what it means the present moment, it is infinite and vast. And why we are limited? We have gotten into our thoughts, which create limits and boxes of reality, and we feel trapped. Otherwise, present moment is you keep on expanding and expanding. When you listen to something, like in my background, there are bells of a temple. The bell is the Ra, you who is listening is the Ma. That is a silent chant which you can do also. Each sense is an appearance in your consciousness. Each thought is an appearance in your consciousness. Each emotion is an appearance in your consciousness. And you don't have to do something to be aware. You are hearing a sound because it's Ram, means there's awareness and energy. Shakti comes together with Shiva. When people first time go to a guru, they always ask the student that worship Shakti and you will find Shiva. In modern language, be total in your action, you will realize the awareness. People try to become aware. No, you just be all there. This cosmos is happening because there is a awareness. Otherwise, without awareness, without consciousness, there is no nature. So, nature, Shakti and Shiva appear together. I cannot say first my right hand comes up in life, then my left hand comes up. I come up together with both hands. So that is the yin and yang. That is the male female. Movement and awareness. Active and passive. If you look at my hand, this is Ra, rising up like a fire. And this is Ma, settling like water. Do two basic ingredients in life to form the life. Fire has a wisdom. It is stored into your water as an experience. That's how it becomes your thoughts and your actions. Same is true with the water from the rivers. It takes wisdom from the sun and it enters the trees and becomes flowers. Water is a carrier of electricity. So when you're chanting Ram, you are recharging your whole system of water inside. And how we're contaminated? We are filled with infinite frequencies of different sounds, different energies. So you are going to replace that and make it just that one cosmic vibration of Ram, Ram, Ram. So this is the micro of the cosmos, the pure present. So what we call Ram, see, this is a misconception has happened in our culture, is that we started to associate the word with Dashrath's son Ram. Of course, he was Avtara, there is no question about it. But name Ram existed before Ram, because that implied the creation and destruction, the Ram, the present. So any moment you feel lost, just by saying Ram, not just getting attached to the word, become aware of the Ram, this present moment. Yeah, of course, it's difficult to imagine this can be Ram. This shitty life, are you serious? This is Ram? But that's how it is. Because it's Rudra and Bhadra. It's ferocious and ugly. It is beautiful and soft together. And that is the most difficult thing about life. When we are in suffering, we start to say, why this is happening to me? I haven't seen a single person when he's full of joy and he goes up to God, why the joy is happening to me? Why you are giving me so much joy? What's wrong? What did I do right? So then you create the right balance. If you question suffering, question the joy also. It's like you say, I love my girlfriend or my lover only the right side, not the left side. Of course, the other side will slap you in the face. And that's what we are getting slapped by the Shakti. You say, give me happiness and I don't want suffering, and then she slaps you with other. How dare you reject half of me? And we still don't get the lesson. Then it's okay, I think slap is my reality. So you cling on. So you don't let any happiness in. But essentially you have to realize, like in breath and out breath, there is a rhythm. Things come, things go, nothing stays. Good news and bad news, nothing stays. This is getting established into your center, not getting lost into the negative thought, positive thought. You know it is coming and it is going. And this is getting into the In Bhakti, they call it lay, a kind of, I don't know what's the English word for it, a kind of music starts in you because it's not just a balance, there's a music going on inside us. But this music is distracted. You think negative, positive, why this is happening? Your mind is constantly chanting many, many mantras, and your mind is distracted with that. But when you come to, so another thing to understand is why they said that in Kali Yuga, chanting name will be the way, not any meditation practices. The reason is that you're suffering from millions of thoughts, and you try to do vipassana or those kind of meditations, you briefly touch your no mind, so called, but again, thoughts enter. Most of the people who are trying to get into spiritual life, they are rejective of the mind. They are judging their mind. Oh, I have thoughts. Why I have this? And you're creating a duality within your mind about yourself. So, Naam means you converge. You cannot drop your mind, but you converge your whole mind into one thought, one mantra. Then your mind becomes very potent. Right now, your mind is very weak. It is leaking out in thousands of thoughts. So, this is one of the dangers also of chanting name. If your heart is not pure, full of devotion, you will have powers. Many yogis, they start with chanting name, but later on powers start to come. They can heal, they can read thoughts, because when you're really in present, you get tuned to everything around you. In that, you will catch frequencies. You can even put your will into one thought, and people will start to follow your energy. That's how many gurus are using their charisma to make some magic happen. But that is interference. Many people try to heal other people. Then I ask them that who are you to heal? Who told you to heal? That person is maybe supposed to go through a suffering and learn, then they grow into some more realization. But you destroy their chance to learn for themselves by healing them. Why you heal? For your ego to feel better. Oh, I am such a great healer. I am helping humanity. No, no, no. Real healing will be when somebody is suffering, you ask them, stay with it, suffer with it, not in a sadistic way, feel its frequency. What is a suffering is your condensed wisdom. What is happiness is your expanding wisdom. And what is meditation is your balanced wisdom. And what is wisdom? Your attention, your presence. In any given moment, your attention is constantly either moving into the thoughts of future or the past. Ram is a way to put your attention to the present sound, present thought. Guru Nanak says in Japuji Sahib that to manan is the word he uses. By doing manan means contemplation on one sound. It goes like this, that you're looking for ocean, but you're counting waves. You say, I don't see any ocean, I see millions of waves. So you're lost with waves. Manan means taking one wave and dive deep into that wave, and you will come across the ocean. So you are a wave, japa is a wave. So don't, usually when you say a name, name means going outwards. You are expanding outwards. Hey Ram, and you're going out. But in this Ram, you are converging in. You are entering deeper into this which is making sound in you. When somebody went to Shri Ramana Maharishi and he was chanting Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, and so Ramana Maharishi said to him, you cannot chant without the self. At one point, you realize the one who is making the chant is the Ram. If you are crazy enough, if you are mad enough, start to address this body, this sound as Ram, not something out there, something right here. Then you will not say, I realized something. because every moment you are realizing that it is Ram. That's why Krishna says in Gita that a yogi experience like a keyhole. He has some idea of suffering. Through his practices, he goes like this, seeing very limited of life, and reaches a liberation and basically misses most of the fun of life. And the same is with the worldly person. He wants certain things and he gets them, he thinks he got it. But a devotee, a bhakt says, I do not want liberation. I do not want samsara or the world. I want to walk with you. That means, like I said in my first video, that a bhakt is a mahabhokta, means the great enjoyer. Normal people are very little, few things enjoy, rest they avoid. But being devotee means you enjoy the suffering also because it's also the form of the Ram. It's also the Ram. And that is the dare. It's easy when it's bliss. Yes, I want bliss. I want to be with Ram. But can you do that when you're suffering? That this is also Ram and you relax with it. You embrace it. You contain it. That containing, that suffering makes you capable to contain the experience of cosmos. Otherwise, you will die of the shock. It's an electric cosmos. Right now, you can't handle 20 watts of your life. People get too much happy news, they have a heart attack. People get little suffering, they have a heart attack. Imagine you feel this joy and infinity. Most of the people who get enlightened, suddenly they die immediately because their body system cannot contain that experience of this thunderbolt which is happening. So chanting is like slowly electrocuting yourself beautifully. Ram, Ram, Ram. So you can handle the more charge. So this is not a so-called spiritual process. I do wake up Kundalini and get there. None of that. Here you're addressing the total. You are not dividing that this one chakra, then the top chakra, there is a lower chakra and upper chakras. Everything is Ram and you address. So your body also is the Ram. So it is with any mantra. When you chant a Durga mantra, address your own body and energy around you as Om Dum Durgaya Namah. But what people are addressing? A concept of Durga in their head. What people are addressing? A concept of Ram in their head. But whereas Durga, Ram, Shiv, they're the live phenomenon. And closest of cosmos to you is you. Why you are anywhere else into concept? But you see, it is scary. Then you are all on your own with yourself. And you do not know what to do. You do not need to know what to do. It does. It moves. It is moving your breath. It's beating your heart. It's digesting your food. So what are you so scared of? You think when you do actions that you decide I will do? No, it happens. A dog barks at you, you jump and climb the tree. You think you were capable to before climb the tree? No, you climb, So life is one of the name of Hanuman is Vishwarupaya Amit Vikramaya, means eternal. Vikram means like breath is a Vikram. It's a karam which is happening by itself. You're not doing it. So Vikaram, so cosmos is a Vikaram of Hanuman. Every movement is implying there is a Ram. There is some presence because of which this cosmos is vibrating. So this is the live darshan. Difference between yogi and a bhakt is, what is the last step for a yogi of liberation? That is the first step for a bhakt. Yogi says, with awakening Kundalini, I will one day get there and then I will have my experience of Sachidanand. Because Bhakt doesn't think technically. He says, no, this is Ram going on. So I will stay with it. I will constantly be with it. No matter what it shows me, I will be with it. So that's what Vipassana, for example, is a deepest devotional meditation. We think it's a technical meditation. No. You just be with your breath present. You are present with the cosmos. Open your heart and just be with your friend. And you are in devotion. You are in bhakti. When I first came to Rishikesh, I was very scared. I was kind of wondering what will happen with my life and this and that. So this Baba laughed at me because he knew I was going through a mind fuck. So he said that a sutra for you will be, is he said in Punjabi, so I will translate it. He said, your sutra will be, तो उसको बोलो आन दे. Means tell him, let it all come. I am not scared. Bring me more pain. Bring me more suffering. I don't care. Bring it on. And see, just by that, your whole quantum of life changes because you are like, this shouldn't happen, that shouldn't happen. But you say, okay, let it come. And that is the first courage which devotee takes, which yogi takes in the last step. So, for such, Krishna says, I break my own rules. मैं अपने नियम तोड़कर भागा आता हूं उनसे मिलने. Don't think only you are eager to meet. That is also eager to meet you. You see, it must be so frustrating for divine. Because 7 billion people, nobody is here with him. Everybody is saying future or past. You say, I am here, man. What are you looking for? What techniques you are doing? I am here. So, God must be very sad, I feel. Everybody is saying, give me liberation. Or everybody is complaining that this is not good, make that happen or that happen. But nobody is saying, wow, beautiful. Give me more pain. I welcome it. It was genius pain. It was genius happiness. Once you become like that, then you really invite the cosmos. It becomes aware of you. Who is this? Out of this huge crowd of complainers, somebody who's saying, wow, beautiful. How are you creating wars right now? Making people destroy each other. Why we get so serious with wars? Because nobody is dying really. We made such a big Christian issue, morality, right and wrong. And these are the same criminals. They keep on doing other things. In Africa, millions of people die. Nobody even questions. I won't get into the politics of it. You see, one of the shocking things which one of the Baba told me in Rishikesh is the death of an ant and death of a human being is the same event in the cosmos. For life, it is as important. Now you think how important it is for humanity to live or to die. And importance of humanity comes to cosmos when it fulfills its movement of evolution. You understand what I'm saying? If we are not evolving for cosmos, you are not interesting anymore because cosmos is constant evolution. So, in a personal level, if you stop your evolution, if you stop your wisdom to let you grow and compromise for a job or for a relation, you are onto a accidental zone of life. Now, cosmic energies are not supporting you. When they were supporting you and they gave you a new wisdom, you said, no, 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 I don't want this. I want my safe little box where I am miserable and happy. We do not like the insecurity. Creativity means insecurity. Joy means insecurity. And suffering, why people are attached to suffering? Don't think you want happiness. You want comfortable suffering, that's all. Because in suffering, nobody can hurt you anymore. But in happiness, anybody can hurt you and take it away from you. So, ability to live happiness and the pain in a given moment, in every moment, is the point of bhakti. You are not stupid enough to ask only happiness. You know, with happiness there is a pain. Krishna was going for a walk, one woman comes to him, the Prabhuji, aur dukh do, give me more suffering. So Krishna just laughs. The point of her asking was this: when a suffering happens, you get very focused. Most of our genius comes out in suffering when we are focused. Of any culture, I know that when COVID was on, before that I used to teach in yoga schools, and there were stupid questions mostly. How to awaken Kundalini and what is the color of third chakra, what is the color of fourth chakra. After 2 years of COVID, when classes started, students' questions were so deep, more real, more practical. Because in that 2 years of suffering, people really saw their dreams crash. Then the real inquiries come out. So it is very important to fall in tune with life is to accept the suffering also as a part of complete picture. So now coming to the chanting aspect. So before we get into that, there are three kinds of bhaktis which you need to understand. There is Satvik Bhakti, and there is a Rajasic Bhakti, and there is a Tamasic Bhakti. I am not asking you to choose. I am saying that you will need these three kind of bhaktis any time of your day. So thank you to Shri Guru Shri Ramakrishna, because I was listening to his, and it made me clear also that why I am going through these three phases of bhakti. I did not know these were three phases, but I was always judging that why it is like this. So he said that Sattvic Bhakti is something which happens to you alone in nature or quietly in the dark time. You're sitting in the bed, you're just softly chanting or just being with the life, saying Ram, Ram, and nobody knows anything. Rajasic Bhakti is that you're more into decoration and drama. You put on the great picture or whatever, big Om, and put on the golden mala with Rudraksh and put on agarbatti and everything. And then you put on some music and you say Ram, Ram, Ram. That is also, nothing is rejected, by the way. Tamasic Bhakti is you go crazy. Ram, 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 Ram. You see, for example, Sufi method for transformation was that they were going, hoo, 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 hoo. Because in this madness, your mind has no time to think. It becomes just one sound and one movement. It is so powerful. That's why I asked you to do shaking. So you have to start with the tamasic bhakti so that it cleanses your system. So you start to chant, then when you are alone, start to chant crazily and loud. Ram, 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 and let your body shake. You will feel craziness coming. But your mind is on Ram, 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 Ram. Because what is happening is, because we are in low energy, so our mind is scattered into past and future. When you are keeping your mind intentionally on one word, energy starts to build up. That's why the craziness comes. You're not creating it. You see, if you really stay in the present moment long enough, which will be 3 seconds or more, you will feel you're getting jerks because your electricity is now gathering into the body and you start to feel trembling. People freak out. I do meditation and why I'm feeling trembling? Why I'm feeling this shaking happening? Because first time your body is, mind is coming into balance and energy is converging into the present. So you slowly train yourself through this tamasic practice of shaking, and so your body can able to contain the present. Why you think enlightened people look so radiant? Because their bulb is on. Our bulb comes on and off, because negative, positive, past, present is constantly leaking us out. But when you're negative, positive, where they meet? The future and past, where they meet in the present. And that's why I am able to make a sound. That's why you are able to listen. So this is where you meet everybody in this present. Ram, you meet here. Krishna, you meet here, which is the totality of the cosmos. Shiva, which is the awareness of the cosmos. Durga, which is the Shakti of the cosmos. Ganesha, which is the sound Om and its manifestation. But it's all the present flame. So japa is a way to connect with the present flame. So tamasic bhakti, rajasic bhakti, sattvic bhakti. Because we are modern culture with fashion and all, so little bit rajasic bhakti will also do. Put on nice, put on your hair nice and put whatever lipstick and whatever you want to. Because you are going to meet the Ram. So why you want to go all a beggar dress and design yourself and really and put on incense and all, and then you say Ram, Ram, Ram. So with some people this works, because depending on your quality of your being. And for some people, they have to be alone in a jungle or alone in the night time, just feeling the presence of life. And why we don't experience? Because thoughts are going here and there. Otherwise, I don't know if you guys know it, that sometimes in the afternoon sleep, sometimes in the morning sleep, you suddenly wake up, it's very quiet and you're feeling amazing. And then thoughts come and suddenly you are into this, the shit is back. And you're like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. But that few 5 minutes right after the sleep, you are into pure state. You are a cosmos then. Your eyes are open to the life. So bhakti is not an invitation to go somewhere. Bhakti is an invitation to reach here. And one very important thing, many people try meditations, many people are doing many things, but one thing which is not happening is they say, I try to be in the present, but it doesn't happen. I try to do this, try to do that, but it doesn't happen. The reason for that is, this is for everybody almost, for any kind of thing, especially with spirituality. Many people know lots of philosophies, lots of words about philosophy. They have aware of many techniques, but that explosion doesn't happen. Why it doesn't happen is that inside you, you have not reached a decision, which in yoga we call dharana. You are still organizing spiritual around your life. That decision means now you design your life and action around the spiritual. That day, spiritual will start to work with you. But when you're using it as your own bitch, whenever you want to do meditation, you go there, touch it a little bit, then you start to do other things. Then again, you go there and you say, oh, I am very spiritual. No, that decision, you see, cosmos is completely committed to you. It is giving you everything, Sacha Soda, as the Sikh says. Water is true, sunlight is true, everything is true, and your commitment to it is just 5 minutes of little Ram Ram. You say, I have done enough, I will get liberation. No, it wants your total commitment. Once you are clear inside that I do not want to live any other bullshit, but just to be, my life will be dedicated to this, then you enter the magic zone. Then you realize, yes, there is something. But we go 50-50. Not even 50-50. That is too much, because that is fair enough deal. God can understand that. We are like 5%, 95%, even 1%. Little bit chanting and you say, okay, I have done a great favor to the Ram, and he is chanting you 24/7. So once you meet the same, with same proportion of commitment to life, there won't be a single moment's wait for the response or for the darshan. A devotee is somebody who wants darshan 24/7. We just compensate with few murtis, few pictures and have a darshan. But darshan is feeling the vibration, feeling the electricity of the present. So chanting Ram, in the beginning it will be good that you do it loud. I personally love to do loud. I love to go to jungle and go a bit crazy, because one thing about loud and active is that it doesn't, no matter what kind of bullshit your mind is suffering from, you're going, oh my God, I don't know there is anything, what I am doing. You just suddenly, with your power, break those barriers. You just go, Ram, Ram, Ram. That sound overwhelms your negativity. You see, this is how this energy technique works. You don't figure it out psychologically. I don't know if you have noticed or not, sometimes you are very down and all. When you get angry, suddenly everything disappears and you are back in action. Even though you get troubles from others, what happened? Your fire broke through and broke all the barriers which were there. So it's good sometimes, and do it from the belly. So as I say to you that you move your spine round circles, so you become aware of your center, the navel center. And the chant should come from the belly. Not from your throat, not from your mind, from the belly. So with the loud, when you do Ram, 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 your tongue, which is the belly center, navel center, Swadhisthana, it is related with that. It is touching the third eye, the Shiva, on the top of the roof of the mouth. When you say Ram, 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 do it with your whole body. So your whole body vibrates. There is a story that Tukaram was one of the Ram chanters from Maharashtra. He was an enlightened being. His body was never found. That I will tell later why that happened. So he was taking a pee and he was also doing Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. And one Brahmin passed by. He said, how dare you, you take the divine name while you're pissing. So Tukaram was a humble person. He said, okay, I will not do it. So he stopped doing it. Then his whole body was vibrating the same sound. So Brahmin really fell into his feet. He said, I'm so sorry to tell you anything. You see, this is because your body is made of sound. Right now, your body is speaking many sounds. That's why you're sick. That's why you're confused. That's why you are not so beautiful. No, you guys are beautiful. I'm just saying, when you look in your mirror, you know what you're looking at, every day. Sometimes you look beautiful, sometimes you look crappy, and all that. Same is with the Swami Ram, who was in Rishikesh in 1800s. That one very famous writer from Punjab in those days. I don't know if it was Nanak Singh or who it was. He was staying with Swami Ram in his hut by Gangaji. So he said, I am sleeping in the night and I suddenly hear the sound coming outside my hut, Ram, 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 going on. So he got up and went out. He saw outside there was nobody. And then he saw Swami Ram's cottage, there was sound coming on. He said, he's chanting at this time. So he goes in. He sees Swami Ram is sleeping, but his body is going Ram, 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 Ram. So it is not a mental word, it's a vibrational frequency. As I told you, this is Ra. Ra means fire, means uprising energy. Ma means water, the downgoing energy. A rhythm of this is basically your whole life is. When you take a foot forward, that is Ra. When you put your heel down, that is the Ma. And then you shift your foot and you push down with the ball of your foot forward. That is Ra, fire. And your heel, in Tai Chi also, ball of the foot is the fire and heel of the foot is the water. These are two yin yang energies. Your right side is the fire, left side is the water. So, more you become aware of these two dynamics, more balanced your life becomes. So, Ram mantra starts to balance your yin yang energies, it starts to balance your opposites within you. For example, A means the present moment. A represents the heart center. When you say Ram, Ra, the manifestation, Ma, the awareness, and what is present, pure present is called A, Ram. So the point in chanting is that engage your whole body, not just your mind in the beginning. Then you will start to feel the juice of it. And after chanting half an hour, don't do counting because it's not a deal with the God. So don't do counting. That is for mantras when you want some powers, that's a deal. So for that you have to follow the rules. But in this, enjoy chanting, the sound. It will also release you emotionally because we are stuck with our sound. When your sound becomes nirbhav, nirvair, as Guru Nanak says, the movement of cosmos is fearless and no enmity. Usually our fearlessness is full of aggression. Our confidence is, fuck you, I can do anything. No, that aggression is not aggression of violence. That is a aggression of a fire. It has no intention to burn, but you don't fuck with it, you know. So that is your interiority. That is your anger. That is your joy which you are repressing. Because everybody encroaches you and tells you what to do. Everybody wants your heat and light. But when it comes to your fire, your anger, they say, don't, shut up. And that's why most of the people are suffering from directionlessness, depression, and sadness because they have somehow put off their fire. So, loud chanting will activate your fire. And it may happen, don't be worried, you might end up fighting with few people. One, after chanting, you will go out, somebody will say, you know, can I do this? You will say, yes, you can do. And you may say, no, because now your power is back. Your territory is set. So here I am not propagating violence or aggression. I am just saying that in the beginning, once you start to reclaim your power, you will stop many bullshit. Because we never tell people that what is my boundary. We just compromise and let them do what they want to do with you. So loud chanting from the belly, and if possible, During that, you can really sway your spine also, because it will activate Durga, the core power, and engage Ram, 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 Ram. So in that movement, dissolve into it and keep your attention on the word Ram. So in your mind, nothing else should go on while you're chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. Because usually how people do chanting, their body is doing Ram, 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 and their mind is going into imaginations, imagining many things. So whenever, bring it back into the present. Ram, 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 Ram. Then be still. You can still keep on moving, or be still and do it in the mind. Don't let any other thought comes in. Ram, 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 you going on. Then the third step is, now become absolutely still and listen the vibration. Listen the silent sound which is vibrating into your body, which we call Ekunkar, the Om, the Anahat Nad. Because every sound, every mantra is coming out of the sound of Om. What is a mantra? Is a tongue rhythm. Ram. Otherwise, it is Ram, Ram, and the lips. Otherwise, it's a constant sound. So, this is what the shift in spirituality is. Usually, we are lost into the words. Once you start to focus on the sound, for example, in meditation, they ask you to focus between the gap between two thoughts. Usually, we are focused on thought to thought to thought. But change of the frequency into meditation is, you don't focus on thoughts, you focus on the gaps between the thoughts. They will start to become bigger. When you focus on thoughts, then more thoughts come. When you focus on the gap, your gap starts to become bigger and bigger. So that is something technical. You don't need to do that, because you will go crazy. Because once you think, I want to see the gaps, that will be another thought. And that's different technicality. I will tell you later on about it. So then you'll go more crazy. Okay, there was a gap, but you lost the gap when you said there was a gap. And you lose the present moment when you say, I am in present moment. No, you lost it. You missed the train. When you are in present, you never come to know you are in present. When you are in gap, you don't come to know you are in gap. That is the paradox of spirituality. That's why you will see so many crazy people around the world. Well, if I am self, why don't I get it? You don't try to get it. You become it. You don't say, I get it. You see, God is not walking around saying, I am God, I am God. No. It becomes tree into a tree. It becomes a star into a star. It becomes a human into a human. It doesn't say, I am Vishnu, I am the great one. Who it will say to? If I am everything, why I will tell other people that I am this? When a wave realizes that it is the ocean, you think it will tell other waves, I am the ocean? It will be embarrassed to say that, because everything is ocean. So that is the criterion. If somebody says, I am enlightened, know that he is not. Because person who is really enlightened, they will not even talk about it. If you have wish to talk about it, that means you're still in duality. You want to tell others how great I am. It means you think something is great and something is not great. So cosmos, the Vishnu, the present, is super special and super ordinary. We miss it because it's ordinary all the time, everywhere, inside you, around you. And that's why it is hard to figure out. They say in India, that even Japan also, when many people become enlightened, they start to laugh. Some of them die laughing, because it was so simple, it was always there, and you're working so hard, and suddenly you see it is everything and everywhere. How you could be missing it? That is the magic. Otherwise, there's no way to miss it. Right now, that is going on. But if you see it from the heart, heart has a different mind. It has its own 40,000 neurons. It sees, feels things. God is not to be analyzed, but to be felt. There is something, because that's why we are going on, and you have to feel it. One more thing I would like to say, Dattatreya Maharaj said that best mantra finally to offer to divine is your presence, your awareness. So sometimes, that's why I offered you the last third step. After chanting, become quiet and be present with the Ram, which is functioning in your body and around. And what the best you can offer? Not your thoughts, not your sutras, not your mantras. Don't bore him with that. Just give your presence. What you want from anybody in your life, their attention and presence, or they are in their smartphone. But if they can just be with you, and that is the highest gift you can give to yourself and to anybody else. So the best meditation is sit alone in the night sometimes for half an hour, just sit with yourself and life. You see, I don't ask anything. I don't want anything resolved. I don't want to figure out anything. I am just here. Like you sit with a friend and listening. Shravana. Highest quality of spirituality in India is Shravana, means listening. Just listen to the sounds of life. Listen to your heartbeat. Whatsoever is going on, a thought comes, listen to it. Don't try to figure out. It is appearing, you say welcome and see it. It is a form of Shakti. It is a Sita which is appearing as a thought. You are the Ram who is looking. And that, when you don't ask anything to run away or try to grab, then Shakti reveals herself to you. It's the will of Shakti for you to realize her total form. That's what enlightenment means. But when you're rejecting and selecting and cutting out things, then you are pissing the cosmos off, Well, so make an effort, do loud chanting, then do it in the mind. Then just offer your totality, be present. Like Guru Nanak says, Guru Prasad. You can make only so much effort, but it happens by Guru Prasad. When you are present, then it decides to show you his face. It decides to give you the revelation. It's not just your effort. It's not a technical phenomenon. It's a being. You have to make an address. So let your chanting be not a technique to get somewhere, but to addressing this present, and finally with love. And how to come to that love? Appreciate the beauty of things around. It will open your heart. When you look at a flower, don't just click a selfie and walk away. Drop everything, spend 15 minutes there just looking at the beauty of the flower. This way, you're sending a message to life that you prefer this. What people do, give 5 seconds to anything, then they walk away and get worried in their suffering and misery. So, this is the message we are telling life. So, this is what your decision should happen inside you also, that as soon as you start to feel a certain tune is happening inside, then don't think, oh, 5 minutes I have to do this. Drop that and you say, fuck everything, here I am. It's happening, and drown into it. This way you are making life see that you are available. You see, this is the inner decision. It has to happen inside you that you are committed. You are designing your life and actions around it, not using this to decorate your ego here and there around you. And the second thing, which was that to writing Ram mantra. So the reason for that is, in writing, you are manifesting. Maybe in chanting you are doing it inside, but when you're writing, you see, hands represents your heart, because manifestation center. So this way you're training your consciousness to manifest that divinity. So writing is the best, because in that your mind is engaged, your body is engaged, and you start to, in Hindi you start Ram, Ram. I first used to judge people who were doing that, 4 or 5 years back. Till then I was thinking, yeah, why they write this? This is such ridiculous. But when I started to do it, I've seen that one of the most powerful methods around, even in Tantra, they're very simple. And maybe that's how they are hidden, because they carry such a potential. Because with writing Ram, you are with the micro Ram, the present. So Nim Karoli Baba says, write it quietly, without any thoughts. Just become the writing. And that very movement is the Ram. So celebrate that movement of writing Ram, Ram, and get used to that. First, the boredom of present, but then you will become aware of the ecstasy of the present. See, why people don't like the present moment is it's so boring, because mind is finding no subjects to play with. But once you really settle here, then you feel you start to expand. Because present is the expansion every direction. A one ray of light is going in one direction, but then you become like sun. You are going in every direction. So that's what presence is. You become like sun. Mind is like a singular line of intention and light going in one direction. Presence means going, and that's what love is. And movement of linear movement of passion, of energy is passion, and expanded movement of energy is compassion. You are just shining with your presence. And your presence is not just presence, it is also love. It is also wisdom. It's also creativity. Wisdom means to see, but you can see only when you are present. So in this writing, so write with the whole body. Don't write only with your fingers. Feel that your whole body is engaged into writing Ram, Ram, and write with the red pen is important because red color activates your energies. So writing with the red pen, and for example, many people for fulfilling their wishes, I can briefly tell you, then you do it on your own. I won't explain in detail. They write Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. If you write for 21 days, 108 times, you can fulfill some wishes, which are worth wishes. You won't do it anything negative. But that writing, it integrates your energy, and when your mind is long time onto one subject, you start to manifest that into your life. So I would rather manifest Ram into my life. So writing movement is the present movement. And most of you know how to write in Hindi. So I will show you for some people who do not know Hindi. So I will do it big way in a like big letters. So you know the how to write it. Jeet? Okay, we're
Can everybody see from?
for example, show it closely. So this is my fun which I have. Because I tell you, whenever you're feeling scattered or anything, just sit down, write 108 times Ram, Ram, and notice you will feel. Because what energetically we need engagement and consistent flow of energy. That what mantra gives you, that what writing a divine name also gives you. A consistent, constant flow of energy and movement. And that integrates you. If you sit down and try to be silent, it won't work. But if you start to hum or chant or start to write, it also actually increases your wisdom. I realized when I started to write, even my writing became better. Not beautiful wise, but thinking wise. Because your mind is staying with one action and thinking and writing, slowly, slowly, when your writing starts to have wisdom to it. Okay, so let me show you guys. So do it from that side, so that front side, so that it can be. So basically, you can figure out from the books also. Mostly Indians will know how to write this. So I'll read big way. So this is Ra, Ra, A, Ma, and you make a line on top. And each movement has to be conscious. You are doing with awareness the whole writing. Okay? You want any more demo? Okay. So okay, that's it. Yeah. So here, reason for writing another is this, that Like this action of writing Ram is Ram. Even when you're walking, you see, when I say Ram, essentially it's an action which I'm calling Ram, right? Similarly, you're walking, you're doing any action is yin and yang, is Ram. So that will come later. Once you're ingrained into present, then you will see even walking is like a japa. Like Kabir says, my walking has become my japa. My doing the work has become my worship. Because you're always in the present with the Ram. So whatever you do is also the movement of Ram. So that is the climax of bhakti, that 24/7 you are constantly engaged with the present from the heart. In Buddhism, they did it more from the meditative point of view, which is single pointed awareness. Means you do every action with awareness. 24/7, this your every action is your japa. If you walk with awareness that you're walking. When you're eating food, you eat food with awareness that you're eating food and you're chewing it. You're staying with the present flame of the life, no matter what you're doing. But I tried that in my youth. I got epilepsy after that because it was too dry for me. I needed more emotion because I am from Punjab and I need some drama. I just don't want emptiness, nothingness, and then cause. No, no, I want some drama. I want some beauty, some tears, some crying, some romance. Because bhakti is romancing with life. See, with the meditation and all, you make it a bit technical. I will go beyond the suffering and I'll be free. Yes, great. You see, first place cosmos is created because God was bored, standing alone in nothingness, Sachidanand, beautiful. So what it does, it makes itself to male, female and start to chase itself, you see, to create some drama. And this is what we are doing. You see, on the globe, for example, on a circle, if you walk, do you know where you're heading when you're walking on a circle? What you're chasing? You're chasing your own butt. And wherever you stop, that is the ending and the beginning. Wherever you are, it's the beginning and the ending. Each moment is a beginning and the ending. That's why I tell you that you chant only once. Even if you do million times, you are chanting only this one time. And once you understand that, your time disappears. You know it's just this. Rest is just memory. When memory is no more there, you are into just this. And then you know this works. You are just an afterthought. Your ego is an afterthought of the events. Oh, I did this. Really? You did this? You don't breathe, you don't digest. You just end up doing things and later on you analyze. And that's all what we are. We're analyzing later on. When it's happening, we are just like thinking something else. And they say, oh, I did this. It was really beautiful meditation. No, meditation did you. Chanting is doing you. If you are going to chant, don't think you are doing it. Life is, let's say, the narcissist divine is chanting its own name through you. If you know what narcissist is, you don't have to go far to look for the narcissist. You are it. I want to realize myself. And another aspect to understand is that I will introduce a little bit because few people requested, few ladies requested. It's called Atma Bhakti, devotion to oneself. Because when we get devoted to some other person, to some other subject, you're always in for trouble. In Kali Yuga, the time is when you have to come to your senses and realize whatever the other subject is the mind object outside. It's a matrix. You are the Neo. You have to make a decision that you are the boss of this matrix. So Atma Bhakti is, don't look for any divine out there, just feel your body and breath and look at it with devotion and reverence. When you're saying Ram, you're addressing this. When you're saying Durga, you're addressing this body, this moment. What I mean to say is, do not have self-respect, but have self-reverence. Self-respect can be out of social ego game. But reverence for oneself is you treat your body, mind as divinity. That very treatment will start to change your behavior and actions. And you will notice even people will start to behave with you differently. Because anybody who misbehaves with you, it just reflects how you behave with yourself, how your mind treats your own life and body. So, this is the first tantra to understand. Your body is the female and your mind is the male. Your mind represents your father, your body represents your mother. Once make that relationship good. Are you doing yoga asana because you're not happy? Your male is not happy with your female and want it to become like this? Because the bad habits of the male only which made the body, the female, unhealthy. So a friendship has to be there. Once you start to treat your body beautifully with reverence as a temple, all the friends who are not doing like that for you, they will disappear from your life because it's a frequency thing. And you will see people who are coming, they also treat you in the same way. Only when you can treat your own body, mind as a temple, as a abode of divine, only then you can love anybody else like that. Like many people say to me, oh, I like this idea if a man worships me. But can you worship the man? Can you worship yourself? So it starts with you. Have reverence and devotion for your body, your life. Don't judge it through the angle of society. So that is a little bit of introduction of Atma Bhakti. So when you're doing a Om chanting, for example, the sound is the Shakti in you and the awareness is the Shiva in you. So you don't need any temple, any mantra. That sound right now, Om, this is Shiva Shakti. So treat yourself like that. And I tell you, you will feel very uncomfortable in the beginning because we are so full of inferiority complex and self rejection. We just cannot handle that I can be divine. Seriously, I must have to do many, many mantras and practices and many lives of suffering to get to that point. No. Ocean is always available to the wave. This is how the business of spiritual runs. The make far distance and then you worship us or whatever. Otherwise, in this given moment, start with your own body. Like even when you're watching your breath, look at it as the movement of the cosmos, as the movement of the Ram or Krishna or whatever suits you. Does not matter. So then it is not about reaching or self-realization. Then it is just about sitting and enjoying with it. You see, in India, the name for God is Ishwar. Ishwar word comes from Ashwarya, which means luxury. So when we talk of luxury, we talk about indulgence and having too much of things. Whereas luxury, from this point of means the abundance, a richness of the being. That's why the cosmos has so million stars and so many colors, butterflies and birds. Is the abundance. That's a luxury. We don't live a life of luxury. We live a life of poverty. We live like beggars. Give me more. But when you are filled with your luxury, you are sharing yourself. You are just being there. Sun is luxurious. That's why it is filling our life with everything. So learn this from nature. You are given so much potential. You have to kind of, when you want to meet the king, the cosmic king, you can't go there like a beggar. Don't wait for wealth to come. That is not the point. Point is behave like a king, behave like a queen. Swami Ram used to say, call himself when he went to America that some people were threw stones at him, and he used to call himself Badshah Ram. He would speak about himself as a third person. He said, today Badshah Ram, the Emperor Ram, people threw stones at him. People were laughing, and I was also laughing. So he was treating himself with deep reverence and respect. And when he came to India, Hindus couldn't digest that. So he had to take the Jal Samadhi because he said, you don't know Sanskrit, you cannot say this. Seriously? So, you see, when you say in this social system, you have to remember, when you say I am victim, I am fucked up, everybody will be there for your support. Notice what happens when you say I am divine and I don't need anything. You will find jealousy everywhere. How dare you to claim your kingdom? So, but remember why I am a bit hesitant to talk about it also. I don't want you to become narcissist or treating others like shit, you know. What I mean to say is when you treat yourself with divinity and reverence, then you treat everybody like that. That is the point into that. Because then you know it is one notion. So that attitude is what is needed in today's time. Because outside objects are failing. Relationships, marriages, jobs, idols, gods, goddesses, they are just concepts given by others. The closest to you, the most live one to you, which is not second hand, first hand, is you, your own breath. That is the only cosmos you know. Remember, rest you see in your matrix of five senses. Only cosmos is your body. So, if you can understand scientifically, this body is the cosmos. If there is no body, there is no experience of the cosmos, hence, there is no cosmos. So, that means you are as vast as this cosmos. So, you are the Ram. And for some people, during the daytime, when you're moving around, keep this chanting inside. Some people can see if you want to balance your negative positive energies, you do Sitaram. It is yin yang energy. Ram becomes very condensed. That's good for sadhana. But when you're moving in your everyday life, in your mind, it balances your Ida Pingla. When you say Sitaram, Sitaram, inside your mind. So it develops your presence and it develops your negative positive energies balance. Within few days, you will find your behavior is becoming more balanced with situations. And Ram is more like an intense fire. So that is good for sadhana alone. But when you're walking around, you can do Sita Ram or Shri Ram. Depends what suits you. You have to see what resonates. Sita Ram is very powerful because it balances your dualities and it brings it is so powerful that any kind of negative impact disappear. Even your body order starts to change. Because once your chemical balance happens by constant mind staying into the balance of Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Because mind needs a constant engagement, so it goes from thought to thought. So you learn to bring it to one mantra. You're sitting by the railway station waiting for train or sitting in a cafe. Don't just think around and open your smartphone. That is the biggest sadhana. Like you, as soon as your hand goes for smartphone, what I am doing, is it needed, and bring it back, and you will happen again and again. Instead, let your mind stay with one word and keep doing that, and that will make your mind very powerful. Because when you are maintaining with one sound, your energy starts to circulate and your energy starts to expand. Then when you apply a mind, so be careful when you're chanting, your word will become powerful. Whatever you say will manifest. So be careful not to say anything negative about yourself or about others. Otherwise, you are creating a karma. So, because right now it's good, our thoughts are scattered. So whatever we say doesn't work. But when you're chanting, be careful what you even think of yourself, because that thinking will manifest into your body. So it's better not to ask anything. It's better to just stay with the divinity of present and feel it. Yes, now, do you want to go a little bit more deeper? The 7 days and 7 Rams? Yes? Okay. So I'll tell you briefly, then I will send you guys the um, write up. I will ask Jeet to send you that. So there was Rishi Agasthyar in South India. He gave a practice for chanting Ram for each 7 days, different aspect of Ram. So for Monday is Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shiva Ram. That is the beginning of things. Somvar, Monday is the day of Shiva, means awareness. the total presence. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shiv Ram. And on the Tuesday, you should chant Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. That is Hanuman, means the present movement of the cosmos. Because after Shiva is there, what comes next? The movement of cosmos. So Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Right? And third day, Wednesday, is the Vishnu day. Means when the movement happens, what happens next? Many, many forms appear. That is the Vishnu. So Hari Ram, Ram Ram, Hari Hari. Hari Ram, Ram Ram, Hari Hari. So it's like 7 colors of one bright light of Ram. So many, many forms. Hari Ram, Ram Ram, Hari Hari. So now comes the Thursday. It is the Guruvar in India, means the day of the master, the day of the divine Guru. This cosmos is going on. It's not just a technicality, it's the movement of the Guru. And such a genius. Look what is happening around. So there the mantra is Jai Ram, Shiv Ram, Guru Ram, Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Shiv Ram, Guru Ram, Jai Ram. So when you do this, you also think of all the gurus you know and keeping them in mind, because it's all manifestations of Ram, the present moment. Ram means the present. I'm talking in today's language, I could talk a bit more flowery, then you will say, yuck, tell me something more technical, because emotion. Because if you show emotion and tears to it, that's why I don't sing in front of people. I start to cry in between. Not out of pain, it's just suddenly you realize that you're surrounded with it, and in India we say that tears coming out during devotion, they are the longest, which follow you for lives. They are always heard and seen by cosmos. There are always response for those tears. When you cry for life, not, oh, I am poor me, help me. No, you filled with this presence and your tears come out and you want to really feel the life. That is the deepest you can reach. So on Friday, it's about the activity of the present moment, which is Sitaram, Hanumanta, Ram Sita, Hanumanta. Sitaram, Hanumanta, Ram Sita, Hanumanta. That Sitaram, as I told you, yin and yang. Sita is the feminine, the energy. Ram is the male, the presence, Sitaram. Hanumanta means the present micro cosmic movement. This sound. So they are saying is, this present moment is the Sitaram, is the yin yang. And on Saturday, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, sorry, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Sundara Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Sundara Ram, because it is beautiful. Sundar Ram means Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Sundara Ram. And on Sunday, the day of sun, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Raghuram. That Ram is like sun, which is shining all around. So this is kind of appeals more to the devotional hearts. They want to go more into, romance of it. But Kabir, many enlightened beings who approached and reached their enlightenment or reached their understanding through Ram, they always became later on very scientific, because Ram is like you're going into the microcosmos. Once you know the micro movement, then your wisdom can easily understand and decipher anything which is put in front of you, because you know how to stay with the minimal, so you understand the maximum. If you understand one brick, you can understand the whole building. So as you chant more and more, as there is body which starts with one cell, but when body has few billion cells, and then it has its own wisdom and functioning. Similarly, the more you chant, you're gathering energy body. Then this chanting energy starts to override your wisdom, because this is not your wisdom, this is the cosmic wisdom. It has its body and its way of functioning. Then it starts to function through you and it starts to work through you. So the more you chant, it starts to have more database happening inside. Any questions you have regarding? Yeah. Hello. Hey man, whosoever is rubbing his hands, please do not do that on the screen. Namaste. Yeah. What do you mean at the same time? Well, you see, you can do that, but you have to ask yourself why you are doing that. What is the greed and what is the rush and what is the reason? Because what I am showing you is that how to settle into one. But by the way, I want you to know that Ram is the considered the source of all mantras because the first brick use of tongue, Ram, is the smallest movement. Rest mantras are long touch of the tongue and movement and the lips. So once you become established into Ram, then if there is a need, the other mantra will come to you because you are not right now aware of the resonance your body is creating. You do not know its music. When new mantra comes into your life, what happens is that because you are in tune with the music of your own body, then your system will attract a mantra if that is the need. For example, I came across many mantras myself like this, that or not that some guru told me. When I read that mantra and I said it, my body felt good. I felt like doing it again and again. So that means your body has a resonance with it. But if you right now read it or do it, you will not feel anything because you're not tuned to the music of your body. So this with chanting Ram and Om will make you aware of the music of your body. So then when you will say, for example, there is this mantra, Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvaru Kamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshya Mamrita. I used to do it before, it was not really working. So then for a long time I did Om and Ram and all. Then one day I was walking in the jungle in Rishikesh and I started to do it. I immediately felt that my whole body was filled with music. My body was like hungry. It wanted to do it again and again. Its rhythms, its vibrations were making me feel good. It was giving me joy. So that is how the criterion is. So the other mantra, whichever you are doing, you have the answer for that. But yes, you can do after Ram, after chanting Om or Ram, you can do the other mantra also. There is no problem with that. But intention should be pure because sometimes we use desire intention to do a mantra, but that interferes with the will of the divine, how it wants things to be. You try to alter that. But instead of trying to alter things, if you just harmonize and tune your instrument, whatever has to go away will go away. Whatever has to enter, it will enter. But you don't make choices that I should have more money, I should have that, or I should have that. Because then it's a misuse of mantra. It's kind of a black magic. Does that answer what you were asking? Yeah, that is in harmony. That's no problem. Because Om Namah Shivaya will it's like a breakup of Ram into five elements. Ma represents the Shiva, Ra represents the Narayana. Ram himself used to do Namah Shivaya, and they say Shiva is chanting Ram. So it depends who you are. If you are Ram, you will say Om Namah Shivaya. If you are Shiva, you will say Ram, Ram, Ram. Because you will not chant your own name. But today we need to. Anyway, next question. Yeah, did somebody ask? Come. Yes. Hmm. 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 Ram is like sunlight. Krishna is like 7 colors of that light. And that is a participation of that light into life. That's what Krishna represents. Look at his life. He was doing romance, taking care of cows, stealing butter, flirting. Then he became a yogi also. Then he played politics also, got married and played politics, killed people with deception, and even made Mahabharata happen. Means the functioning, the multiple creative diversity of our being, of Ram, is Krishna. So in scriptures, they are saying that Krishna Rupaya Shri Ram. So they are not separate. When you say Hare Ram, Hare Krishna means you are saying sunlight and its rainbow. Ram is of no point if there is no drama happening on the earth of 7 colors. So what you will do alone in white light. So that is the point. So converging. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made from the original mantra was Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, originally in the Upanishad. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, because we are trapped into Krishna. We are lost into that game. So our solution is coming back to Ram. But in olden times, people were into Ram, they would be inspired to go into Krishna, to expand. The prism, you expand out. But here to understand the secret of Krishna is you always know yourself as light. Then you will not get trapped into any of the colors. If you look at today's problem, everybody is trapped into some color. And everybody is rejecting one color of the rainbow. People who are with sexuality, they are attached to the red color. People who are into meditation, they are attached to the blue color. They're saying red is wrong, they're saying blue is wrong. But what is the balanced wisdom? That they all belong to one Ram, one light. So how you can reject? So who are you to choose? Life has formed all this. Why you are making choices? That is the intelligent question to ask. You don't make choices. You participate as it comes before you. You don't fantasize about it. You don't miss it. You just function with what is there. Then you will understand what Krishna is. Krishna was not attached with any of his characters. Krishna means attraction. Even look at the word Krishna. The root of the tongue, the Muladhara, Ksha, the fire, Rana, the movement. So, from earth till sky, it's Krishna. Whereas Yogi is trying to reach the sky. So, it needs a deep wisdom to accept your materiality and spirituality in one breath. Then you will become kind of mystery to your other friends because he's what? He's spiritual or material. And such people lose even their so-called morals because then when there is a fight, they will slap you. And you will see them doing a bhajan also. This is how this person can do that. But that is the quality. You reflect what is happening in front of you. You don't choose ideals and say, oh, I believe into non-violence. And that's what happened to India. It started to believe in non-violence and it was invaded for centuries and destroyed. 3,000 years before, nobody would dare to attack India. We were spiritually rich as well as we were martial. We knew how to defend ourselves. And today we need that. We need Krishna in us, Rama in us. Krishna who creates and celebrates, Rama who can fight and, who's martial. Okay. Well, this is my favorite subject. That's why I just want to start and I keep on going. Now, Krishna is called the Purana avatar and Ram is called the Ram Charitramanas. It's about a character, how that light will behave. But Krishna is called Purana Avatara because he did not say no to anything of the life which is offering. But we are saying no to many things, grabbing many things. But Krishna said yes to every character within. And that needs guts, by the way. You will have lots of opposition. I had just by 2 women 2-3 days back. What crap, you are sitting, you're talking, you're making these followers and they are all alone. And they really, because people this is the problem as being a teacher like me, because which I don't call myself guru or anything. I am touching every aspect from sexuality to wealth because as a part of one life. And it freaks people out. Not only that, they are freaked out by the people around has so much love for me and devotion for me. That freaks them out more. Because they feel that this is kind of too much, this guy must be doing some hypnosis or something. But they don't understand that I am talking to the humans, not to my disciples, not to my products of. Its human need is varied into each human. You can't have a generalized path on people. So Ram and Krishna are very balanced. Ram is more like a yogi, Sappar Ram Tapasvi Raja. And Krishna is more like out in the field, in the streets, playing the games. You know. So if you can have these both aspects, you will feel that you're becoming richer and more confused like because if you try to make a choice, you will feel okay, so am I red or blue? No, I must be green because yesterday I was green. It could be violet. I don't know, man. Let's ask Satya Ji. You are a white light. This was my deep inquiry was resolved by my Sufi teacher. He said to me that I had issue with anger, and he said that every emotion is made of love. Anger, to whatever emotion is it, it's all essentially like white light of love. It spreads into 7 colors of emotion. If you reject any one emotion, any one color, you cannot experience the white light. That's why we find it difficult to experience the divinity in us because we are rejecting our colors. And once you accept all their dimensions without judging, without grabbing, without rejecting, next step will be you will become aware that you are the light which is radiating these 7 dimensions. So that is the point of Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. So what's the question? Just hold on.
That,
Yes. See, when this same chanting has been used, like I am telling you this chanting as a from a bhakti dimension, but many have used the name chanting as a sadhana or a self-remembering practice. For example, when you say Sitaram, while you're saying it Sitaram, that Sitaram is the Shakti, and one who is aware is the Shiva. So it becomes a self-remembering practice when you say Sitaram in your mind. In that moment, you become aware of yourself being here and doing Sitaram, Sitaram. And that is the meditation like Vipassana. Even Buddhists used Sitaram or not mantras to come into the present. For example, if you look at all the Tibetan practices. So during the day, it's a good practice that you have the Sitaram kind of thing. That when you have to think other things, do other things, you use that. But when your mind is idle in between, so you bring it back to Sitaram. You come here. And on deeper level, you realize then it goes on as a remembrance of the divine. It's not about chanting the word. When you're saying Sitaram, you're addressing the present energy and present manifestation and its awareness. So this is all energy and it's manifesting. So energy is the Sita and its manifesting is the Ra and its awareness is the Ma. So don't get trapped into the word either. So for example, when you are aware of your movements, you are into Sitaram. So of course, Buddhists can do it technically, like just being aware. But in a devotion, you can do it more like with the heart, that you are with the present live cosmos and you're walking, it's the movement of the cosmos. This is what we do in Tai Chi. You don't say, I am moving my arms. You are seeing each movement as the movement of cosmos. That is kind of deeper mantra. So when you're walking, feel it's not your movement, it's the movement of cosmos. In that moment, you are into bhakti space. Now you are in a state of surrender. You are in a state of let go. And things are moving and you are just walking. It's not your walk. And that's what non-doer means. That's what surrendering means. It's not a concept. You start to see in your every action, this is the highest offering, that my action, I am not the doer. You are just accommodator. You accommodate an action, you happen. You never take a claim. That is the point. That is how it starts. That first you do an action and don't take the credit. Then while you are in the action, you will start to see You're not doing it, it's happening. That happening brings out the best in humans. Most of the artists, most of the dancers says, I don't know what happened, it just took over and I did this. They did not do it. It happens through them. So this overtaking is what, so with the devotion, it's better if, like not better, if you can understand art, if you can with artistic inclination, if you sing, if you do anything creative, you will come in more in touch with this aspect of juice, action, and surrender. So essentially, you need to remember. It's like Ram Krishna gives an example that when a baby is in another room or a chicken, there are many examples of it. When chicken, when the hen is sitting on her egg, she seems to be looking outside, but her attention, not the physical warmth, her attention is with the egg. That's what hatches the egg. So her presence there. So, for example, our actions need just 10% of our attention in usual life, but we give all our chaos to it. So inwardly, you are kind of center of the mandala. Around you, the action is happening. So from the mind sense, Sitaram kind of mantra becomes your center nail of your attention. You stay with the present, but you keep on doing your action. So you don't have to force it. It's more like in Hindi, we call it Simran, remembrance. You remember the present. You vibrate with the present. You remember the divinity which you are in. A name chanting can help you, your mind, to come to this. But once you come here, once you reach here, it dissolves by itself because mantra also has to be dropped at some time. It's not that once you say Ram, Ram, and when Ram is here, you don't keep on saying Ram, Ram. He says, yeah, tell me. Don't say Ram, Ram, Ram. Just tell me, man, what do you want? So you start to interact, start to have a interaction, yeah. So chanting during the day helps you to not control, but bring back your mind back to yourself. Because instead of losing your mind into many, many thoughts, Sitaram, this kind of mantra, if you can really, with the will, can manage during the day, notice within 2 3 hours, you will feel very powerful and integrated. Because then you realize your thoughts are leaking you out. 10 20 things during 1 hour goes and you are leaked out. But if you keep on intentionally walking on the road, driving a scooter, sitting in a bus, your mind is focused and make your eyes still, looking in one place, and inside you are going Taram. You can close your eyes. And I tell you my clue. Learn to be a little bit crazy. Don't care what people think. If suddenly during walking on the road you feel Sitaram, joy is coming, you start to go Sitaram, Sitaram. Don't care, because sometimes we repress our joys for the sake of people. And this is one of the conditions for devotion, that you have to learn to be crazy also a little bit. Because this is ego which don't want to be crazy. Otherwise, when you go into a jungle, just dance and you will see it's very easy to get in tune with Ram. Just chanting is a little boring, but when you start to dance and Ram and you say, it's kind of your child comes out. It's a childlike celebration with this life, that you are full of wonder. Wow, I'm here. And you're jumping and dancing. What is the reason? No reason. This is enough that I'm here. Does that answer? Okay. Somebody else asked a question. Yes, this, you see, they are like, Om softens the blow, it kind of balances the energy. And Namah Shivaya is only for the very ardent kind of yogis and all that. And I don't know who the person who asked, I can't see your face, but let me see who is this who is asking. It's not moving. Who is the person who asked? Anulekha? Okay, where are you? Okay. Anulekha, don't do Om Namah Shivaya. Do not do Om Namah Shivaya. Because Namah Shivaya, my friend who is in army, who is in a naval, so air force, and he started to do Om, and then Om Namah Shivaya started to come into him. And then Sadhguru told him, do not do Om Namah Shivaya. Because Namah Shivaya is a mantra which will disconnect you for all the stories. You will suddenly see what is the point of marriage and boyfriend? Why am I even studying at all? And you will become more of a renunciate. You will start to go beyond the stories. So, it's one thing to do out of fashion, the Om Namah Shivaya everybody is doing, but this has a deep impact. It cracks your illusions. So, are you ready at this age, your illusions to be cracked? Yeah, you want, but you feel it's Namah Shivaya which is doing that? Okay, okay. I got it. So, you are an old monk, got a female body. Maybe you had some issues as when you were a male in your past life. You must have disrespected some women. So God said, okay, now you go into female body and chant Namah Shivaya. Yeah, I think it in the beginning it's a good idea because Om is Namah Shivaya. Om is Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om is Triambakam Yajamahe. It is all one qualities, multiple qualities of one Om. That's why we say Om. Your insistence is the Om, which is Shri Ram, Jai Ram. So you see, you understand what I am saying? So at this point, Om also helps you to rebuild your structure. If you go straight away into surgery of Om Namah Shivaya, it might damage you, your psychologically. You may not be able to fit into many things. So you take in small doses. As I see you, you need to take in small doses because if you do it too much also, that can really I did some meditation too much at your age. I was 21 and I started to have epileptic seizures because your body needs to go through its 7 5s or 35 5 elements, 7 years each element dwells. That is the cycle. That is Namah Shivaya. So you have not reached. How old are you? So you are into Om Namah Shi. 27 Shiva. Va is going on. Ya will be from 28 to 35. And after that, you are free. You can even leave the body. Sure. Yes, yes. Because you see, the thing is that, for example, you have to, everybody should understand this. If you do just Om, it will make you very, very non attached with life. Because many times people do long time Om, they truly lose attachment. For example, next important mantra after Om is Ram because the minimal use of tongue. It has Om also, it has use of tongue, the Kundalini also. So it keeps you balanced in the heart. Namah Shivaya will take you towards the sky. Shakti mantras will make you grounded into the earth. But when you say Shri Ram, Jai, it keeps you balanced. Shiva also and Shakti also. So when you do Hanuman mantra, that means the Hanuman is called Rudra Avataraya. Means Shiva, what he will do without Shakti? He cannot alone say, I am Shiva. So Shiva is manifesting this present moment. Shiva is chanting Ram. You understand what I mean? Shiva is not saying, I am the beyond and all. Shiva is engaged with this. So Hanuman is the avatara of Shiva. And what it means? Your present action. When you say Om Namah Shivaya, it is the Hanuman which is moving. And when you're saying Om Namah Shivaya, the sound of the mantra and awareness is the Ram. So, basics, there you go into details because basics will ground you. So, Ram will keep you balanced with your material life also. If you do just Namah Shivaya, so Sadhguru asked my friend, and he's telling he is the great, what you say, follower of Shiva. He said that all the grastas shouldn't do Om Namah Shivaya. I personally have the experience that you plan to do something, you do Om Namah Shivaya, you will see the stupidity of the plan. It's not that the plan is stupid. Suddenly you will see what's the point. It's all just five elements. There is no girlfriend, there is no daddy, there is no papa, there is no anybody. It's just play of five elements. So if you want to attain to that state, good, go for it. Who am I to stop? Okay. Yes. No.
My life, but don't go down.
You see, you have to be somewhere, as I said, make a choice what you want from life. Because here you're obliging to your mind fuck. So you have to create a little bit adamant attitude, a stubborn attitude. No, I will do chanting. You tell your mind to shut up, even if you don't feel like I will sit. Because you are doing many compromises in life anyway. So why not do a better compromise? And once you sit down, once rhythm starts, then you'll say, oh, why I was thinking not to do it. You know what I mean? Because it's a scatteredness of mind which brings lethargy. That is one. And somebody asked Neem Karoli Baba, because this guy was coming to meet Neem Karoli Baba, who was always saying that if you do Ram, you're doing everything. You're touching every god, goddess, and everything. So he said, no matter what your state of mind is, whenever you become aware, even you're feeling lethargic, just say Ram. And when you're feeling miserable and you say, no, I will not do any chanting, still do Ram, Ram, Ram. So that consistency within you becomes your center of existence. Around it, moods come and go. But if your consistency is distracted by ups and downs, when you're feeling bored and lazy, then you are at the hand of the random changes. So that is the point in chanting consistently is no matter what you're going through, inside you, you are going on. Your mind will work anyway. So why not use that working mind to focus on one sound? And that will give you integrity. And once you're integrated enough into one thought, then you drop that thought also. Then you are left with the silence or awareness or love. But what is failing us is our distracted mind. So how to bring that mind at home is chanting. So even when you feel this mind fuck, in that moment, be a little bit stubborn. Mind fuck is going on, you sit down and say Ram, 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 and your mind will say, what are you doing? We have here fuck to fuck with. But you say, no, 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 I don't want to fuck the fuck. I want to be here. So that will teach your mind who is the master. Otherwise, these servants of our mind fuck and anxiety, they think once we are there, you drop everything and get into it. But if you say, no, I'll be just doing Ram, 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 or Sitaram, or Hare Krishna, whatever, or Namah Shivaya, that way you are disciplining your mind. You're not cutting it off, you're still giving it something to chew on, but that movement opens your channels and energies. Next, Amit.
Shri Ram, what the later and
You see, I am prescribing water. I'm not prescribing a specific medicine to you. So these are the easy mantras, simple mantras. They are the base of our existence. So it doesn't need a prescription from a guru. Yes, Diksha helps because it's not just the word Ram. When Guru tells you Ram, he's transferring a power, energy, and the sound of mantra. So it kind of, he's sowing a seed into you. And that's why I gave you a lecture of 1.5 hours, so your mind becomes open and starts to see the importance and get into it. And not everybody is going to get initiated. So that initiation is that once your commitment happens, remember that is very important, that once you start to chant a mantra, you have to trust it and commit to it. Only then it responds back. Not here randomly you do a here and there. That is not the point here. And sometimes diksha is needed when they're complex mantras. You need to have that, right? For example, Ram is like, you see, it's interesting. My friend was telling me that you're telling people mantras, but they are to be initiated. Everybody's way is not mantra. I said, in today's time of internet, we have billions of crowd mantras going on in our head. So giving one mantra will not damage you at all, you know. So this is kind of look at the times we are living. At least it will organize your chaos into one sounds. Then you will see it works for you or not, you know. So anyway, our consciousness mind is very, and you will know after chanting a mantra for few days, you will notice how your body is reacting, you know. So sometimes you can do Sitaram or Shri Ram or even Krishna. Depends where you feel more body is feeling at ease. Benefit of giving a diksha by a guru is that he sees your type and he tells you which music will work for you. That is the right mantra giving. It's not that I follow a tradition, I give you that tradition. It may not work for you. So it's a music. And that's the thing. Each mantra has a music. That's what siddhi of mantra is. You become aware of its music which happens. And that is where you're going the deeper layer of the mantra. Not only the sound of the mantra, the emotion behind the mantra also. Okay. Next. Hmm. Yes.
I would just wanted to think of
No, just you should know which are the right ones to do. For example, this one is kind of for the Muladhara and mind to quieten. So you can do this. This connects you with your navel center. Putting not in front of your chest, I'm showing you. Because right hand over top, it connects you with your Swadhisthana. This is Buddha's mudra also. And it integrates you with your Shakti. And then there are many mudras. You can do research on internet, you will find. But do not just do experiment. Best simple mudra. Stay with. Best is this. It keeps circulating your energy within you. For example, Om chanting or any chanting, if you do it like this, energy circulates because hands are the leakage of energy. So this stops the leakage. Yes. Yeah.
What is like doubt? Whatever I do, there's a doubt in my mind, and it might in my talk class of 10 children. And this has made kids want to. I told them about what is protecting yourself and work. But right now, my concern, whatever I knowledge is that I have to me and resolve. So all this knowledge has been weakened or sent down, on my
You see, whatever is going through to you is that because you trusted other people's thoughts about you. When I say self-reverence, it means you stand for yourself. If you're feeling a certain thing which you want to do, you first stand for it. Don't ask permission from others to give you a permission to do that. Because in that way, you're betraying yourself. So if you're feeling mickish and crushed by others, because you are doing the same with your mind to your own energies, because you are looking at others to give you permission. You understand? Does that make sense to you? समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ?
I do all this so that this ego dissolves and I the divine. I was not like that before.
Yeah, but before you even speak about that divine, first you have to feel yourself. It's not a concept that you are a divine. You have to, it has to come with a feeling. When I say sweet, it is an experience for me. So when I say self-reverence, first feel yourself, that you can feel yourself only when you are not pushing yourself by the demands of society to do things. That's why people don't feel themselves. You feel yourself only when you are actualizing yourself, when you are expressing from in to out. Right now, we are living life which is pressing us from outside to our in. So, because people need something, you get it out of yourself. But it should be like a seed. Because if something is coming out of you, that's what you share, not that what others want you to do. So, you understand the difference. So, feeling your divine means that you start to honor first that I am a being, I have a breath, I have a body, and get in touch with what you really want to do inside with life. Is it you are repressing it because others are telling you do that, that is more beneficial? But thing is, the price in that is if you do not do things which really you will never feel happy. Your body will get sick. Your mind will get neurotic. Because if your capacity is to give out a rose and society wants you to become a sunflower without thorns, you will neither become a sunflower nor become a rose. That's what happens to most of the people. So first understand what you want to do. Then take courage. Fight for yourself. Then you will get blessings from the mother. Because we don't take a stand for ourselves and want life to take stand for you. Isn't it unfair? First, you have to say, yes, I want this. No matter what happens, I will be with this. And that clarity also resolves many things. So it is something your mind is not respecting your own talents and who you are. Somewhere write down every morning what goes on into your mind and head. Be more clear. And meanwhile, do the meditation also, chanting also. And slowly, slowly, feel yourself as a frequency, as a vibration, as a presence, not as a thought, as a name and इसकी क्या qualities हैं, ये क्या करती है, क्या नहीं करती. This is all the stories in the head. The feel of you now. You're sitting, your chair is there, you're looking at me. There is a feel. The more you stay with the feel, then you start to know things come out of you. It's intuitive, it's a flow. You don't have to think. Okay? Yes, who's next? There was one more. iPad. Okay. Chat GPT. Uh, Okay, your voice is not clear.
iPad, your mic is off.
Anyway,
Okay.
I just want to know, namaste.
Namaste.
I just want to know a little about Shri Ram.
Hmm.
What effect does that have on you on chanting that?
Yeah. Well, Shri Ram is Yudhishthira asked Narada or I don't know somebody that which is the only thing which works most powerfully. He said that mantra Shri Ram. So Shri Ram is implying the totality of cosmos, that Shakti as appearance and awareness. Shri is the Shakti, is the energy of the cosmos. Ra, as I told you, manifestation, the Vishnu, Ma, the Shiva. So Sri Ram in Trinity encompasses the total reality, energy, manifestation, and awareness. So Sri Ram is a more focused mantra. If you do Sri Ram, it will really converge you into the present moment. It will become like a laser inside you. So in the beginning, that's why I say Sitaram is good or just Ram, Ram, Ram is good. When you say Shri Ram, you're first activating the fire with Shri Ram. So it's really bringing intensity. So this is for ardent devotees who really want to go crazy because Shri Ram will start to activate your energies. So it's very important with Shri Ram, you need to dance and jump a lot. See, it's not a sadhana practice, sit down. It will make changes inside you. Tukaram, it was his mantra. You know Tukaram, Maharashtrian devotee in Shivaji's time. So he used to do Shri Ram, and they say that he didn't even die in the body. His just body one day disappeared. Because everything is made of energy and divine. Once you go so deep with your psyche that your body will lose its physical form, it will become light and electricity. There are even cases in Tibet also. A monk living alone long time, and one day they go up, his robe and his nails and hair are lying there. The rest is just disappeared. So that means that Shri Ram is the very electric force you are addressing. Even you feel the vibration of this mantra, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. It starts to electrify your whole system. I shouldn't give you any more esoteric knowledge. Some people will go with greed. Yes, I should do Shri Ram, get electric, and then see what happens. And that's where you have accidents.
So can you that? So can I dance? Try.
I would say, let me say this thing for everybody. If you can dance and chant, there's nothing better than that. I'm just for keeping your kind of, tight ass egos to, okay, you sit and chant and do swing. But I want you to go, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Let your heart go and explode, go crazy. And that's what Krishna or Ram loves. He wants to know your song, not your philosophy and science, and because he knows much more than that. But when you say, wow, beautiful, Ram, 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 and that is heart calling. You can say Om Namah Shivaya. So people do it for scientific reason, for example, Om Namah Shivaya, but bhaktas do it Om Namah Shivaya. Here you are not saying, give me that power, free me from illusion. Everything is great. It's Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. So that joy. And if you let your body move, you don't need anything else, man, then. And your girlfriend, if you're married, or your wife, will be very happy with you. Because you will not be the same restricted person. You will be like crazy one. She will hug you and you start to dance. She will touch you, say, oh, Jai Mata, Jai Mata. So essentially we want to do that, but we say, yes, yes, I like that. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love you too. But if you tell a bhakta, I love you, he will start to dance and he will start to jump and hug you, kiss you and everything, because essentially bhakti is to get your child out. I don't know, I told this before. I used to go for a walk in Rajasthan when I was living in Udaipur, and I felt something was missing in my life. Then in a village I was living, there were 2, 3 little kids, 3, 4 year old, small ones. Whenever I would come out of my house, they will look at me, get so happy. They will raise their arm, they will go, start to jump. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I felt so good because such a response from another human being. I said, why they're happy? So then I got my lesson. So the full moon night, I went into the fields and I took off my clothes like this boy and looked at the moon and started to go, oh, oh, oh. And it was the most authentic expression I felt. Because usually when we look at moon, we see, wow, nice. But actually, if you listen to your body wants to dance. It wants to say, yeah. And you want to go crazy. And the more you allow this joy into you express, more it comes to you. Of course, you won't be able to fit into normal system then. People will think you are crazy, and it's good. They will leave you alone. The more you are, intelligent and nice, people will manipulate you. Okay, he's a nice guy, so let's fuck his ass. But if you're crazy, people say avoid him. And that's why I've seen in Rishikesh, there are many Babas, they're intelligent guys, but they are always, uh, they're doing it, pretending it to be crazy. So everybody avoids them, so they leave them alone. So sometimes it's good to go crazy when you are a nice person harassed by everybody. So I would suggest dance also. Shake your body, dance and chant. That is the most beautiful way. Finally, this is what I want to tell people. This is just to get you ready. Then I will say just start to jump and go Ram, 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 Ram. I do it like this. Ram, 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 Ram. It's changing tune every moment. Ram, 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 Ram. And God also likes it because wow, that's nice. Otherwise, it's so fucking boring. 100,000 times Ram, 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 Ram. Okay, you get liberation and get out, man. You're really killing me. But when you say Ram, Ram, I say, wow. Tell me more. Liberation not yet. I tell you, if he likes your song, he will not give you liberation. He will keep you engaged for galaxies after galaxies because he's a good singer. He appreciates my forms. Let's keep him around. That's what story of Narada is. Narad decided not to get enlightened because Narayana decided that no, he sings such appreciate. You see, God also need appreciator. Wow, beautiful. That was beautiful event. Wow, I loved it. And you define it poetically and beautiful way. God will say, this one I want. No liberation for you, Baba. You walk with me for the rest of eternity. But anybody who is complaining and bitching, okay, give him liberation and get him out. But the bad experiment, I failed. Okay, have liberation. But experiment which succeed will not say liberation or world. It will say, I just want to be with you and walk with you. Enjoy your happinesses and suffering. And that is devotion. That is love. That is love with any human being also. You be with them even when they're feeling down. And you say, it's beautiful. No problem. That opens the divine in the other. Okay, next question.
Ji, one question on the being a non-doer
Hmm.
and moment to
Hmm.
reduce supply.
Hmm.
Find my hard time to explain this idea to people from the Western type mentality,
Hmm.
like my record to come on. It's not really just coming through me.
Hmm.
I should like, I'm fucking crazy or like
Hmm.
this. Like, how would you explain that to people? This kind of
No, you can't. You can't. I tell you, man, I wasted 30 years trying to explain, and it's very exhausting because these are things, you see, you cannot explain the food to somebody through recipe. You have to cook and shove the food in their mouth. Only then they'll say, ah, acha, this is sweet. And never try to explain to people intellectually because you lose your experience also in trying to explain. Let them feel your vibration and use, and you say, stay a bit mysterious with that. Then girls like that. If you start to explain everything, they lose interest in you. You say, yeah, you will not understand. It's my connection with that. I say, okay, this guy is interesting. But when you say, okay, go sit down, I show you, this is what happened. Point is that I tell you, this experience of divine is your intimacy with divine. Like you do not talk to people. How was your experience with your girlfriend in the bed? That is between you and her. So similarly, talking about your experiences with divine, you put on Facebook and I had this light happening, and you're pissing off the God because why are you telling around to other people? No need to. You say, yeah, it was beautiful. Let it be there into your vibration. Let it be the way you are, not your thoughts. Because most of the people, this is one of the things to remember, most of people lose their powerful experiences but trying to explain to other people or even trying to put it into words. For example, somebody recently asked me that, Satya Ji, tell me truth or something. And I said, I will tell you truth, but first you explain to me what is sweet. I ask you, can you explain to me what is sweet? So it is something to be experienced. So why you are trying to explain the sweet? You cannot. If person does not know sweet, you have to just give them sugar to taste. You tell her that you do this and you will understand what I mean. So don't try to over explain. Okay.
Like when chanting, tears come out, and on one side you say dance, on the other side the tears flow.
Hmm.
If I listen to a chant, or when you were saying, when we began the conversation today, also tears.
So what's the problem? Good.
On one side dance,
There's no contradiction. Cry and dance. Who's stopping you? What's wrong with you? It's not a technique. Basically, this is about going mad. Not crazy, going mad. There's a difference between crazy and there's a difference mad. Madness is the beautiful chaos of your joy. Its beauty is its order and its chaos is for the mind. Oh, what is happening? I'm sometimes crying, sometimes laughing, sometimes jumping. And that means the electricity is flowing through you of the divine, of Kali. Kali is dancing. That's why we call Nataraj. He's dancing. He's not creating. Cosmos is singing us. It's not sitting there technically like scientists, okay, put cells together. It sings that it's formed. So more you let your joy flow, your life will start to form around you. We are not singing ourselves out, so our life is not forming. We're trying to intellectualize and control and do things. But real controller is the Naad, and Naad sings. We are being sung, we are not being created. And let tears come, and sometimes let sadness also come. Don't reject it. And feel sad totally. It is beautiful because you feel so quiet and energy converging into this stillness. Enjoy. And if you can do that, then you will see that it's all your rainbow. If there is no sadness, you will not enjoy the happiness. If there's no tears, you will not enjoy your laughter. Okay, that's it. Okay, I finish it with a bhajan and then fine. My mother comes in the way, gives the Shri Ram Chandra Kripalu Bhaj Man Haran Bhab Bhayo Darunam Shri Ram Chandra Kripalu Bhaj Man Haran Bhab Bhayo Darunam नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर पद कंजारुण श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु विजडो कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नव नील नीरजे सुंदरम कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नव नील नीरजे सुंदरम वट पीत मानव तड़ित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु तज मन हरण हब भयो दारुण भज दीन बंधु दीनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम भज दीन बंधु दीनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम रघुनंद आनंद चंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम रघुनंद आनंद चंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भयो दारुण सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम सिर मुकुट कुंडल
दल तिलक चारु उदारयंग विभूषणम् आजानुभुज शरचापधर आजानुभुज शरचापधर संग्राम हृदखर दूषणम् श्रीरामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण तब भयो दारुण रीति वदित तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मन रंजनम रीति वदित तुलसी दास शंकर शेष मुनि मन रंजनम मम हृदय कंज निवास गुरु मम हृदय कंज निवास गुरु कामादि कल दल गंजन श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण तब भयो दारुणम् श्रीरामचंद्र कृपालु.
Thank you, everybody. Stay on.
Okay, thank you.
Stay on. Ram is on. Stay on. So.